with his speech entitled I Love Cairns. Everybody please welcome John. I Love Cairns, John Northage.
Madam Contest Chairwoman, visitors to the festival, and fellow Cairnsites. Who really can say, sincerely, earnestly, convincingly, I love Cairns?
Yes.
Right, I'll give you a chance. 1, 2, 3.
I love Cairns.
Spot on. Well, I know I can because, you see, I'm a third-generation Cairnsite. That's quite something. We've even got fifth generation with my grandchildren here. Great for Cairns. In 1895, Fred and Lucy Northage arrived in the little port of Cairns, barely a shanty town, in 1876. And here they set up their business, like many other people would do, following them, to serve the hinterland, the miners, up the railway track, the timber cutters, the pioneer farmers. So Fred and Lucy set up a bookstore, a music store, they love music, and a haberdashery store. Firstly on Abbott Street, secondly round the corner in Spence Street, right beside the new Bowlings. Fred was a great mate of the Bowlings. Fred and Lucy built a house on Sheridan Street, about opposite where the Civic Theatre is. There they had their 6 children, 2 girls, 4 boys. These young children grew up to fully participate in the life of the bustling Cairns town, growing as a port to the hinterland, but they were absorbed in all the culture, brass bands, the symphony orchestra later on, and their own band called the Deluxe Dance Band, which actually operated in the Trocadero above where you see Maslin's now. But they were not only into the culture, they were into the sport. Cycling, athletics, football. Really strong on sport, and my dad was big in tennis. He actually set up the first Far North Queensland Junior Tennis Club, rather tennis competition. So he was full on in that area. We grew up as a family, myself and my sister, and I've seen my sons and daughters and grandchildren now grow up with a sense that Cairns is home. So it's easy for us to say, I love Cairns. You're getting it? You're getting it. But you know, there's something extraordinary about Cairns. It's not only the people who live here, there are thousands and thousands and thousands around the world who love Cairns. Why? Well, for you and for me, it's very simple. We live in a beautiful wonderland of nature's magnificent treasures. Yes, the rainforest and the reef, obviously. The beautiful mountains, certainly. The mountain streams, the whole area is so wonderful to be in. But how does everybody else find out about this? Well, there's quite a history to it. It started with a bloke called Zane Grey, who discovered marlin fishing off the coast. That hit the media, as it was in those days, all around the world. So we were invaded by marlin fishers. We had Lee Marvin, we had Bob Dyer, we had others that came, and their names are legendary around the place, so they got lots of media. Then we got other people who learnt about Cairns as a great place to come to, and they were among the high flyers, they were among the experts and others who would be listened to. And when they spoke, the media listened. And so it ended up that all of these people started to build the enormous tourism industry that we have here. But Cairns also responded. Cairns responded to what was coming to it through its door, through its airport, and produced a great array of infrastructure, of events, of places to be. The Cairns Airport itself, a busy place. Chapakai, Skyrail, our super convention centre, one of the top 10 in the world. So we are in a position to say, yes, come on in. We know you want to come, but there are also some people who not only learnt about us in that way, there are people who were sent here. In the war years, thousands were sent here to do their training before they went off as Allied servicemen up into the islands. Hundreds more came back to our hospitals, which are right up in Jungara Valley. Those people didn't forget Cairns, it got to them. And so what did they do? When peace came, they came back to enjoy paradise in peace. What do these hordes of tourists now, from the east, from Europe, and also from the US of A, say when they come? They're saying, I love Cairns. Paradise. But you know, paradise has a problem. Sometimes there's a dark side. And paradise in this part of the world does have such a problem. Like every other community that you might see anywhere in the world, we have a downside. It's a very common problem in a community where you can have dysfunctional families, lonely people, broken hearts, people in need of a listening ear. Now this is where I learned that there are people who know how to say, I love Cairns in a special way. They are the listening ears, and they have told us how to love Cairns in a caring fashion. Whether it's your predecessors or your present friends, we can all say for those reasons, I love Cairns.